The compound was not meant to be permanent. There are concerns the Qunari influence is no longer contained.
Was it ever? Kirkwall has tension enough between Templar and Mage. But these Qunari, they sit like gargoyles waiting for Maker-knows-what, and everyone goes mad around them. Nearly 4 years I've stood between fanatics. And now, this.
Don't keep us in suspense.
Leave us. Meredith at my throat, Orsino at my heels, and a city scared of heretical giants. Balance has held because the Qunari ask for nothing. Even the space in Lowtown was a gift to contain them. But now, the Arishok has requested you. By name. What did you do?
I can't help it if I make an impression.
Apparently not. I remember how you helped my son. It seems you are meant to have influence above your station. Speak to the Arishok. Give him what he needs to keep the peace. Can you do that for Kirkwall, Sirrah Hawke?
Any idea what I can expect?
None. Honestly, I don't think I've heard 2 direct words from the Arishok. Other than his rather deliberate phrasing of begone. If you think his asking me to notify you of this is strange, well, you would be right.
The Qunari usually arrive as conquerors. Odd that this has gone on so long.
Very, and I have no interest in antagonizing them. That is partially why I suffer being a messenger today. A treaty exists, and it has been honored. Although...
You have doubts?
They claim they're waiting for a second ship. But it has been 3 years. They want something else.
I've seen hate for them, but I haven't heard anything major in years.
Zealots are bravest where their lies can't be argued. Behind closed doors. Chantry leaders see Qunari beliefs as a challenge, not an attack. But the message gets muddled among casual adherents. I'm certainly not equipped to argue the fine points of faith.
Have the years been kind to Seamus?
He is his own man. But your actions tempered him somewhat. He's not so angry at the world. I thank you for that. I may not agree with him on many things, but I am proud of what he is becoming.
I am always willing to assist.
Well, that is an attitude this city has lacked for a long time. Appease the Arishok. Take his demand and let him return to dormancy. As awkward as this has been, it is better than the alternative. Stepping down is looking more and more appealing.
Really? Well, if you don't want a job, of course you can sit down. In favor of Seamus, for example. Or in favor of getting rid of the Viscountcy as it is. Maybe also the nobles.
Seamus, wasn't it? The Viscount's boy.
You're here rather often, Sirrah Hawke. A good influence, I think. Even by not taking sides, you helped start something. I still accept no blame for defending Qunari. And I don't miss the kinship of the people who oppose what I believe.
You're determined to be a thorn in someone's side. Good for you.
I'm the son of the Viscount. My actions are dissected no matter what I believe. I may as well try to do some good. If I offend, well, some people try very hard to be offended. There are other ways to see the world. The Qunari have shown me that. Another time, when things are better.
Good day to you,
Sure.
Sirrah.
Thank you.
Hope
So,
the day is treating
that's-
you well, Sirrah.
Well, so far it's alright. Knock knock.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed.
You'd think the captain of the guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
You had to know cleaning up this mess would be difficult.
It's not the challenge, it's the unending part. And really, I blame you. You poured money into a pot that was already full. Everything has shifted. Good job validating the fears of every anti-Ferelden and Kirkwall.
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen?
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
Grouse all you want, but the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right. I'm with you if you need me, Hawk. Just say the word.
Word. Why don't you come right now?
Nothing going on, Hawk. You'd be the first to know if there was.
Good, so why don't you come with me? Just now. No? Alright. Guess not. Guess I'll have to walk back into this foyer and blow in this horn. And then get you. And since I haven't had you in a while... Oh, Anders of Fenris. Anders of Fenris. Let's take Fenris for the moment. And then let's always have a rogue. Because then I can level you up. You. More constitution, more strength. Yeah, even more constitution. I want you tanky. Alright, knockdown resistance and stun resistance. And more damage resistance. As I said, I want you tanky. Well, you're almost on the same scale. And improve on that. And improve on that. And a passive, why not? Wait, what does that passive do again? Attack speed upon the enemy death. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, out into the open. Wait, first... Oh, what is your attack score? 41%. Yeah, you need the attack precision. Need to start putting points into dexterity on Varric. A little bit more cunning to get to 40, but then...
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you, Messiah. If only you humans didn't all look the same.
I was called to the keep on important business, Bodan.
Yes, I was hoping to catch you before you arrived. I came to deliver this to you, the last of the proceeds from all that treasure you found in the deep roads. It seems your friend Varric found a buyer after all, yes? Quite well done.
I can put this to good use.
Of course. Always happy to help. Before I go, may I simply say how grateful I am that you've allowed my boy to stay in your home. I said I would repay you for saving Sandal's life, and I shall serve you faithfully. It is good to know he is safe.
I didn't ask you to be my manservant, Bodan.
But I owe you a debt, and after what happened in the deep roads, I have no other way to repay you. I'll leave you to your adventures. Your mother asks that you return to the mansion when you have a chance.
By the way, Bodan, how did you get back?
You can't miss the keep. It practically screams nothing fun ever happens here.
Nothing to report.
No, Good. Carry on.
Alright. Not going into the new apartment, if we can call it that. Also not checking for this. Right now I want to check my inventory. Healing by this character, that's actually quite good. I got too many good staffs. Who would have thought that would ever be a problem? 28. It's only 26, but has other bonuses. You know what? I think that one is ready to retire. This one isn't. Certainly not. Healing. Yeah, of course that's for Anders good. Unless I find something better for Anders. And this one? This one's also really good, but you know what? The other stuff scales. Yeah, let me get to the shops. Hold on. I did check other stuff. You know what? It's actually not too bad. Except for lack of magic resistance. But overall, unless these are even better. These. Bonus to lockpicking. Doesn't apply to me. It's less armor, more attack, same fortitude. And as I said, I can't use the lockpicking. This one, no. Boots of Frozen Wastes. Yeah, still waiting for the... Yeah, and I put something that gives me also cold resistance into the others. Yeah, I don't think so. Immunity to knockback. Yes. Which means I can move these to junk. Lifestone. Healing by this character. Yeah. I got better stuff. Maybe keep this in reserve just in case we come across a really good chest. And I have to give this to Varric. So, down to the market. Sell junk 16, that's good. Oh, and you got a backpack, and that. And these.
You won't find better prices.
Good.
This is the heart of Kirkwall,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Buy something.
Really? Do you have something of interest to me? Not really. What about you? Nope. And our business partner is gone? Do you want some runes? Well, maybe. But not right now. Alright. It's the Kunari thing. Not going for that one yet. Yeah, I could try the Chantry.
We're here to serve the maker.
You know, if you need advice on how to lay low, I can give you some.
Being short would make for an excellent start, I suspect.
Keep that up, Sirrah, and you can keep on hiding like a rank amateur.
What would you suggest, Varric? Cower in the shadows like a rat?
Forgive me, Your Grace.
Sing of the chant so that it may reach his...
The markings would still show.
Really? Through anything? That's kind of cool.
I'm sorry.
Nothing up here? Anything in here?
Mind if I try my hand at that?
Can you open that? Yes, you can. And nothing. What about this book? Yes. Might have missed something on the other side. You know what? I'm gonna double check on the other side. It's a detour, but yeah. Yes. More holy water. Can I throw that at undead like a grenade and it does damage to them? Is that how that works? Harvollen. Oh, an evil tome. Let's destroy it. And what else would you expect from the Chantry? Oops, that was just a fire grenade, nothing to worry about. That was just the last of my combustion grenades that I took into the deep roads for some more, well, firepower. Yeah. Also, there are no Templars around, are there? No, no. Clearly just a... oh, and a Desire Demon. Oh, this is the Chantry after all. Some loot on you? Well, not much money. Where do you even get money? Do you get paid in the Fade? Is that how it works? Okay, let's talk to the... what is it? Mother? No, this is a big one. It's one rank higher. What's your rank? Grand Cleric.
Your grandparents would be so proud of you. When I was a girl, the Amels were one of our most prominent families. I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again. How can I help you?
What is the Chantry's stance on the Qunari presence here?
Would it help anything for us to get involved? Or is it more likely to light the kindling? If the Qunari act against us, the Templars will defend Kirkwall. Otherwise, we guard ourselves best by waiting.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush. The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves.
And I can't even tell you that there was a Desire Demon and some abominations over there. Didn't you not hear the fight? Didn't you not see my combustion grenade? And really. Maybe I can tell you after I read this book.
I thought it would end here. Young Master Hawke destroyed Flint Company, none remain. Yet, now that I know who sent them, it's harder to see their deaths as justice.
Death is never justice.
Hawke? We were just talking about you.
Saying good things, I hope?
Hawke asked diplomatically.
You know I hate it when you do that.
Hawke muttered in an angry aside to the dwarf.
If, you two have a moment, I've learned who hired Flint Company. The Harimanns, a noble family of Kirkwall. They were my parents' allies. It's hard to believe they betrayed us like this.
Tell me about this family.
Lord Harimann used to be a good man, but he became rather strange in his dotage. He died some years back. His daughter took over the family, Lady Johanne Harimann. They say she's become quite reclusive of late.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Money? Power? It's hard to say. Lady Harimann was always jealous of my family for being royalty when hers were mere nobility. But I can't imagine that pushing her into outright murder.
Is there any peaceful way to resolve this?
If you treat the Harimanns like those mercenaries, you could start a war. Go carefully, Sebastian.
I must speak with Lady Harimann and find out what drove her to this madness. But I am the last of my line. I should not go alone and make myself a target.
If I'm standing beside you, that should make her think twice.
Again, your interest in my plight humbles me. If you like, I can travel with you until you confront Lady Harimann. Otherwise, you can always find me here in the Chantry.
well, sure. Maybe leave Evelyn behind and bring you in. Also, that means I can, for the first time, skill you. Oh, that's automatic, unfortunately. Alright. That should be nice. A decoy. Critical damage, damage resistance. Yeah, sure. Let's just pick everything we can here. Oh, well, everything we can. Which is a lot already, actually. And... yeah, let's get you on discourse as well. What's your attack score? 67. 67, but that means I still want you on precision. $87. Yeah, that's a lot better. That actually means less than half as many misses.
There are still many refugees that need help. We all must do our part.
Alright. And that's already here. Or is it at night? No, it's really at daytime. Actually surprises me.
Were you ever dedicated in the faith of the Chantry?
I have no memory of my childhood. Denarius had no desire to teach his slaves anything that made them think they're worthy beings.
I'm sorry. I can't imagine how difficult your life has been.
No, you can't.
Whether you were taught it or not, the Maker has room at his side for every soul, even yours.
Wait, this was the estate where there were guards before our Deep Roads expedition. Huh. Interesting. Alright, yeah, Fenris is probably good to have because, I mean, we're cleaning out his own neighborhood. So yeah.
That's strange. The door's wide open, and not a single guard posted. This is not the Lady Harimann I remember.
Actually, the door was closed. I mean, not locked, but closed. Unlike this one. That wants to be a wall. Right. Anything on the table? No. Or at least nothing that I can take.
There is something very wrong in here.
That might be my dog. Anyone in here? Anything? Just a barrel with a fancy poison. Why do you store fancy poison rings in barrels? That's closed. That's also a wall. Can I take this bottle on the wall?
More! You lazy son of a bitch! What's taking so long?
Flora?
Why does no one in this house care what I want? More wine, or I swear I will drown you in the dregs.
That sounds familiar. I don't envy anyone in this household tomorrow morning.
She doesn't even see us. This is no normal wine.
Really? Maybe we should get some then. No? Nothing? Alright. Oh, and my dog isn't even following me. Okay, that means I need to get you back in my pocket and recall you when the possibility arises. Oh wait, that's where it came from.
More
Where's
logs.
this where I came? No.
Must be molten. You, more coins. I want every scrap of gold in this house.
Please, Monsieur!
There's nothing to fear. You'll be beautiful. Pour it over her.
Don't! You'll kill her! He can't hear me.
Perhaps I should be the one.
We must end this madness.
You sure this isn't normal? Red barrels. In some other games this means explodey barrels. Oh. That's nice. So, can I take some of that gold? Even just a little bit? No? Well... Wait, where did I come from? I came from there. This door is blocked.
I visited this house often as a child. They could not have concealed such goings-on.
Anything on this floor before I go up? No? Maybe? Wait, no. This leads to main quest. Then let's check upstairs first. Those statues. Still don't really know what they mean. There's a book about your family, Sebastian.
Oh!
Oh.
Lower! Lower!
I beg your pardon, Hawk. I did not mean to expose you to such things.
No! The feather! Use the feather! Where have you been all my life? Today, I am more than a man. Come, felicitate me.
He has no idea we're here. I've known Ruxton Harimann my whole life. He's a complete prude.
Where's your brother? Let's ask him to join us.
Well...
You know what they say.
Want me to take a look at that?
With big hands.
Yes, I do. Very good. Well, the equipment isn't very good, but... Oh, speaking of equipment, I haven't equipped you yet. Can you lockpick? I honestly don't know. And that bow... Ah, wait, I had some bows in storage. Maybe I should have gotten them first. And this... You know what? It's more armor, it's 1 more point in mana, and a mana regeneration rate bonus. Though it's less attack, but still... Let's try it. Yeah. I mean, pretty or not, either way. Might as well. Yeah. Need to get your equipment later. Anything else? Oh yes.
I have the mana right here.
And again, this was closed or shut or made a wall. Okay, now let's go down. I mean, not like that one upstairs, but anything around here? Another fancy poison ring. I'm getting a little bit suspicious about this place. Just a little bit. Are you alright?
Turn back. There is nothing here for you.
Odd. When we watched you being a drunken arse, you ignored us completely.
You shall not enter.
That was a weird camera movement there. Oh, and it's shades. No, this time I'll keep it. Even though it does do spirit damage against which they are immune, it gets a damage bonus against demons, so this should still work. Should. Come on. Maybe a mind blast? Maybe a moving out, and then 5-target fireball. No, it's not so great. How about this? Yeah, that one. I didn't get you. I can freeze you. We can do it again while you're doing some stuff. Oh, Fenris?
I can't keep this up!
No, I want to be stunned. Who's stunning me? Is it you? No. Alright, we got this under control. And just in case. Fate's Fury. That's nice.
Demons, temptresses. We must see what greater evil they were.
Yes. And again, we can't use any of these barrels. What if they were filled with health potions? Wouldn't that be nice?
A ruin, so close to Hightown. I remember no such thing.
Pretty. Oh. And maybe it's more rage demons. Wait, we didn't have many rage demons yet, but it's more shades. Where did she go? Where'd she go? Well, it's just those questions you always ask yourself in Kirkwall. Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from? And suddenly we're in trouble. Where am I? Still on my way back. Back to you and my Winter's Grasp. Oh. Why do I need so many potions all of a sudden? I don't like this. Oh, at least I got one back. Well, sort of. This place is really pretty. I probably wouldn't have gone for all the skulls in those columns, but oh well. One more. Oh, this is trigger mode. That's 2, 3. That was good. It's really effective. Oh. Alright, we manage. We manage. I still don't like that I have to use so many potions here, but we manage. And we got one back. Anything around here? Nope. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh great. Oh great. It's Revenant time. Why can't I click behind us? Now I can. My dogs again didn't follow me. Well, let's try this here. No? Oh, no, now there is. Alright, you. Mighty blow, you. Pinning shot, you. Wounding arrow. What does it do? Lowers enemy damage resistance. That's good. Wait, that thing is spirit immune? No, it's not. Also, it's undead, so I should get the bonus damage anyway. Oh, that wasn't as hard as I feared. Seriously, I feared that would be worse. Well, maybe when the skeletons come back to life. Speaking of which... and my dog is back here again. No. That should be good. Yes. I got at least one. And more of you. Oh, well, one. Nope, more. No, I can't get 3 without getting Fenris. Why can't I?
Keep this up! I'm exhausted! I can't keep this up! Need mana! I can't keep this up!
At least now my dog is down here. Okay, let's walk back a little. Oh, you're already following. Can I get... Yes. Yes. That's right. And one more time.
I'm exhausted!
There.
Please, mana! I'm exhausted! Get back!
This might be the last one. And it's just an archer. With a shield bash. There we go. Yeah, just drag your opponents from each other and drop them. Just drag and drop. Anything here? No, that seems like the main part. So let's try this little path upstairs, which totally doesn't look like the Talvashoth Cavern, with just some arches and walls added, and a couple more bones, and some rubble, but even this is still here, and it's completely empty. Oh, this could be such a nice suite. Maybe whirlpool over there, and oh, this is so beautiful. I also like the lighting. Maybe I should get a green lamp for my apartment. I already got a blue and a red and a yellow one. But last time I checked, they didn't have green ones. Or at least not as bright as I wanted them. I think this comment about being useless is for the nature damage from that rune. And maybe it's more demons. And I should retreat. Yes.
Watch the shadows.
They're not shadows, they're shades. Know the difference. There. I know this is a rage demon, but at least I also should get some other stuff. What the heck was that? Did I freeze all of us? I really need to draw them out. Yeah, that wasn't great. That really wasn't great. What the heck? Fenris? Both of us? Move. And where's my dog, by the way? My dog is still here, really. Alright, what can I do? Not much, actually. I need more lyrium. I need a lot more lyrium. Okay. Where's these shades? No, I don't have enough mana to heal you. Sorry. Just run. Just run. Okay, now I can heal you. Okay, let's get these shades done. And then focus on the Rage Demon. With more Winter's Grasp. Oh, it's 2. Great. No, I have to focus on 1. What the heck is wrong with the Sprinter's Grasp? I really can't use Sprinter's Grasp anymore. This is too lethal. And what's wrong with Fenris anyway? It shouldn't hit you so much. You should have more resistance to all of that. So, at least I can take another Lyria potion. Fenris. There, that was good. Now you. Let's focus on this one. Okay. Not if it vanishes. I'm going to heal myself. New health potions, that's nice at least. Alright, let's step back for a moment. Use one more Winter's Grasp and be done with this. Or are we?
Varric, please learn to parry. Love your innards. Ouch.
Yeah. You know what? I think I still have some injury kits. But yeah, I completely messed up that fight. I should have retreated much sooner, and I'm going to recall my dog, since every time it just returns here, even if it's fighting. If he's fighting. It's not a good boy today. Alright. Now, let's try this again. Yeah, the corner also looks a little bit familiar. Like, I'm just saying Fainreel. Was it really so hard to make maps for this game? Oh, great. Yeah, that was worth it. Interesting statues you have hanging here. Or are those bells? Varric, please?
Easy as pie.
Alright. Let's... Why can't I... Let's go back already. Let's drag them out. There, up the stairs, then we have the high ground.
This won't last long. When's the fighting start?
Why don't I take any real damage here? Seriously, are those fireproof corpses? Hold on. No, let's all get higher up. Please, if I can. I don't like being slowed. I don't like being stunned. Why is this so... Can I not get a good angle on? That was better. That wasn't better. You should stand a little bit further back. Varric, please.
Just give me a second here.
Wait, you can do this perhaps? Okay, maybe not. You health, you health. And then get back up. Everyone, please. Please.
I better have a look.
Why are those fireballs all of a sudden so weak? I don't like this. I don't like this. No, I need to... Oh no, I got myself in a corner. Yeah. I might lose someone, yeah? I did lose someone.
I'm exhausted. I can't keep this up. I'm exhausted. Victory.
Yeah, we need to replenish.
Continue like this. I am beginning to tire.
No, let's not get into a corner again. I think downstairs is alright. For now. And my dog died.
Confession.
You are moving. Oh. Well, let's see where we can get. With a few more fireballs and then a quick retreat, I hope. Wait, did they heal? Or are these new ones? And there's the Revenant. Now the Revenant is still damaged. Join this one. And then I would like to retreat again. Ah, wait, I should have. Should have done one more thing, namely casting my dog. Summoning my dog? Summoning my dog. And one followed me to this place, but that's alright. So, now we wait for my dog to expire, or for this, whatever it is, to come to us. It's the Revenant, of course. You could maybe shoot from here. Fenris, build a line with me. No, it's pulling again. No, you're undead, so you probably don't take frost damage, but can I freeze you nevertheless? Actually, I can. That's interesting.
I could do this in my sleep!
Why can't I freeze a revenant? That's new.
Piece of cake!
Oh, now you're pulling. There goes the revenant. And there goes another corpse. You don't have much money down here. Yeah. Oh wait, there's more. Just one? Two? But if it's really just these, we can just slug it out. Wait, there was something. The Demon's Gift. And a chest for which... Oh. What do we have there? An arcane horror? No more. Alright, Varric, while you're up here, would you please?
Love doing that.
Alright. So how far will we get this time? Fell residue and degenerate essence. Okay. Let's unsummon the dog and wait for it to be ready to again. Because this looks kinda bad. A lure. With one very straight tail. I don't have many potions. No grenades. No venom. But at least now I can get my dog back.
Starkhaven will not submit. I put that idiot Goran Vale into the prince's seat, but the other families won't heed him. I must marry him to Flora and solidify our hold. But I need more power.
I've given you much. Your desires run deep. You've already traded your husband and your children. What more can you offer?
At the Blooming Rose, 50 silvers standard for a whore.
You'll hardly find my services standard.
Who is this? Who are you? How did you get here? Sebastian!
You were my mother's friend. How could you murder her?
Such an ugly word. I prefer remove the only obstacle between her and her dreams.
This was your idea.
I could create such desires if I wished. But it's far easier to nurture those that already exist. The desire for power is easy to find. You and your friend both possess it, do you not? You both wish to rise.
I will hear no more from you!
And yeah. Let's get in the dog. Some Winter's Grasp. Oh, you're a mage, of course you are. And get in some fireballs. More Winter's Grasp on you. And retreat. We need to drag them apart and drop them one by one. Maybe here we can make a short stand. Maybe this will work. Nope, nope, nope. No, Fenris didn't get any damage. That's good. Let's try to focus one out. And now it's you again. Can you maybe miasmic flask them? Speaking of miasmic flask, I do have a suspicion. Yes. That might have caused some of our problems. Okay, we got 2 shades. Plus some damage. And no, that's... Where's the exit? Here's the exit. Downstairs. Heal myself. Left. And right. And upstairs. By the way, where's my dog? Hopefully he's still fighting someone back there. Alright, let's try here to replenish some stuff. And yeah, my dog really is still fighting. And there's the demon. You place a pinning shot, and you try to reduce the damage resistance. Yeah, we got the main demon. Everyone attack, please. Fenris, where are you? There you are. So that was in total 3 shades. The Desire Demon. But what about Lady Harimanns? Unless my dog killed it while I wasn't watching. At least we get to know this nice cave system a little bit closer. There. And back up. And through a door, around the corner, and seems to be really just you. But I think my dog didn't follow me, so I already messed up. Where are you? There you are. How about a shield bash? How about Varric and Sebastian move a little away? And then the 2 of us also move a little bit away. And then I can use a Winter's Grasp.
You'll have to be faster than that.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harimanns' soul.
Nice statue. And yeah, back to the estate.
Let us return to the Chantry. I must pray for Lady Harimanns' soul.
Sebastian, I am so sorry is such an inadequate word. When I think what Mother made us do, what those creatures made us do.
We were friends, Flora.
It was like a cloud came down on me. All I could feel or think was what the demon allowed.
Was your mother a mage? How did she find this demon?
We've never had magic in our line. Perhaps that made Mother too confident. She thought she could deal with the demon and not fall prey to it. Those ruins there were unearthed when we expanded the house. Mother found the demon inside. I think she had signed her bargain before we even knew.
Did your mother order the attack on Sebastian's family?
She did. You know Mother, Sebastian. She was always jealous of your parents. The demon twisted that until it was all she could think of. She was determined to seize Starkhaven for herself.
They're all dead. Your mother, too.
My mother has not existed for some time. What died today was only a puppet of the demon. If it takes every last coin my family owns, I will make reparations to everyone we've wronged. Starting with you, Sebastian. We weren't the only ones vying for Starkhaven. If you face more opposition, you have my support.
It will not make up for what happened.
No, that's true.
I'll tell you when I need you.
Well, that was something. There's nothing new here. So we could just find a way out. Can I now pick up some of this gold? You spoke of reparations, so why can't... Never mind. Alright then, back to the chantry.
So, choir boy, this usurper of yours is, 20 feet tall?
Not even close, no.
But he has claws for hands, right?
Fingers. Perfectly normal ones. If a little fat, perhaps.
He eats babies, though, and farts fire.
You're not serious, I hope.
You can't even pretend to be interesting, can you?
Nice we had that talk, and I could get those torn trousers.
There are still many refugees.
Tell us about Starkhaven, choir boy. I'm sure we're all burning with curiosity about your faraway land.
My faraway land? It's inland free marches, not on the moon.
Huh. And here I was hoping.
It's a lot like here, but fewer dead people.
Well, you don't have Hawk.
I had hoped prayer might cleanse me of the Desire Demon's touch, but I still hear her voice so clearly. I feel like I've bathed in filth that will never come off.
You acted honorably. Why are you ashamed?
The demon didn't lie. I used to be bitterly jealous of my brother. I wanted to be prince. Now everything he had is mine. And he lies in ashes. I keep asking myself, do I want this because it's right? Or simply to have what I never thought I could?
Do you have an answer?
No. It cannot be right to lead any army to Starkhaven with such doubt in my heart. I owe you more than I can say, Hawk. I will offer my service to you here before I move on.
If you want to help me, do it because we're friends. There's no debt between us.
You have a good soul, Hawk. It was truly the Maker who led you to me.
I think this is yours.
My grandfather's bow, but where did you get it?
One of the Flint Company mercenaries had it.
Thank you. It's hard to mourn the loss of a thing while my family lies dead. But I did think of it.
What's the story behind that bow?
As the youngest son, it was my place to lead Starkhaven's militia. But I never had a talent for swordplay. Too much getting hit. My grandfather said the bow is the wise man's weapon. You can defend your city without opening its gates. Grandfather said the day I could pull the string on his bow, it would be mine.
Then why didn't you have it with you?
I was 13 when my grandfather made me that promise. I would rise at dawn to practice my shots until I could hit the eye slit of a helmet from the top of the ramparts. But my parents pledged me to the Chantry before I could show him.
I'm sorry I never got a chance to meet them, to save them.
I know. You're a true friend, Hawk. You brought me this to remember and honor them. But if I could bring back our lowest servant by snapping it in half, I'd do it without regrets.
Let's check that bow. That's nice. Did I find anything else? But still, that's better on Anders, unless Anders already has something better. Nope. That. Let's compare these. It is way more armor, but I still like the XP gain. So, no. Alright. Then... let me get Anders, because I haven't had you since the expedition. There. And recruit. I so needed that. And better mind blast or also elemental weapons? Elemental weapons. I really need to reskill Anders and Meryl. Alright, actually let's check Dark Tone. Is there anything new? Why do you keep one door closed?
I've been neglecting my patients lately. I should spend more time here.
Well, at least it was good I didn't take you on the Deep Roads expedition.
And that will, stop the itch.
Yes. Though I would stay away from women you meet in the port. Pirates tend to dock in unsavory places. Just use the salve if it comes back.
Excuse me.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
The Templars are hunting you?
Not me specifically. They were just checking the refugee camps. But it's not like this place is a secret. It's only a matter of time.
I can't say you've been keeping a low profile.
The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
Is that making it harder for you, with justice?
In the Fade, there is no time. Emotion rules everything. Justice doesn't know how to sit idle until the right moment to strike. And I can't say I have any greater patience. I fear what my anger has made of my friend.
You chose to merge with him. Only you can make it work.
I am trying. I have not attacked the Templars openly. I've helped the mages here as best I can, but this impasse cannot last. One day, everyone in Kirk will have to choose a side.
Alright, Anders. Why is there
Darktown.
Death Root?
No better place to disappear.
Don't interrupt me. Why is there Death Root in front of your clinic? And what else do we have around here? More red barrels that aren't exploding? Oh, hello there. Why can't I... It's just a Carter. Nothing to worry about. Something to worry about. This assassin really does a lot of damage. It was almost a one-shot. Leave my dog alone, you assassin. Can I throw this like that?
Seems we are victorious.
Oh, and a level up, that's nice. And see, without a 2% bonus, I would not be level 14 yet. And what else do we want? Still haven't picked a specialization. Yeah, maybe I should. And also be a healer. Might be useful one day. So, anything else? There's a crate.
Rather be free down here, I guess.
The nameless mall. And who might you be? Can I talk to you?
Stay away from me.
Okay, but maybe don't stand around with the staff. I mean, the ropes are already weird, but the staff kinda... eh. Is my dog getting stuck again? Speaking of getting stuck. So, can I get something from you?
Here you've got a nice little setup in Hightown.
Yes.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Blondie, I don't mean to sound critical, but have you considered a new line of work?
Such as?
Pretty much anything. I don't think Renegade Mage has a bright future, or any retirement plan.
So, who else? Could talk to Fenris while I have him in my party? Yeah, let's talk to Fenris. Actually, let's talk to you in private.
Those papers weren't easy to forge, you know.
I appreciate your assistance.
Why don't you just sell the blighted place and be done with it?
Sentimental reasons?
Have it your way, Hawk.
3 years. There's still no sign of Denarius. I'm beginning to wonder if he's finally given up.
This is his mansion, isn't it? He must know you're here.
Would you be surprised to learn that it isn't, in fact, his mansion? It belongs to a Tevinter merchant, one who has evidently given up on the place. Perhaps he is dead. Perhaps Denarius killed him. Either way, if Denarius is aware of my presence, he has done nothing.
Isn't this what you wanted?
Yes, but... Tell me, what do you do when you stop running?
You start over. Isn't that what you want?
I don't know how. My first memory is receiving these markings. The lyrium being branded into my flesh. The agony wiped away everything. Whatever life I had before I became a slave, it's lost. I shouldn't trouble you with this. My problems are not yours.
Your problems are my problems.
Unlucky you. But enough. You have much to keep you busy, I'm certain.
Well, some. But you're a part of that. Also, yeah, it's been 3 years. Maybe you should have cleaned out the corpses at least. So... Meryl. Let's talk to you.
By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here? It's clean sometimes, I swear.
So you don't want to talk? Sorry. Then let's try... Varric, the hanged man. Yes.
Just tell me if you hear more rumblings from the coterie about protection. Blondie's got enough trouble. Let me ask you something, Hawk. You made it into Hightown. I'd expect anyone else to get complacent, but you must have plans.
I think it's time to change how Kirkwall is run.
Really? Politics? That's either idealism or crazy talking, so right up your alley, I'd say. To be honest, I thought there might be a chance you'd want to go back to Ferelden now that things have calmed down. It's good to hear you're sticking around.
What would I do without my trusty dwarf? I'd cry myself to sleep without you.
Oh, don't get all teary-eyed on me, Hawk. You know I can't stand to see a human cry. So, we've got a whole city-state full of trouble to get into. Shall we get started?
Yes, those tomes. Maybe we should get some fresh air. Also, I want to double check something. Yeah, I do get double the damage bonus from both our elemental weapons because my weapon is spirit.
I don't live in the alienage.
Don't you care about the plight of our people? Not even a little bit.
I don't need to visit the alienage to know what they suffer. I know it better than you.
I've lived there for years. I see it firsthand.
And I lived it.
Yeah, let's get some fresh air. So, Wounded Coast, Sundermount or Bone Pit? Bone Pit. Oh.
Hunters.
Stop right there! You are in possession of stolen property. Back away from the slave now and you'll be spared.
I won't let you take him!
Oh, how nice of you to come down here. Can't use this. So, let's try some frost and fire. Some more... Wait, why are you going there? Seriously, you there, you there, you also there. Me? I'll take care of these. Nope. And now you teleport. Oh, that's a lot. Fenris, please move out of that circle so I can throw another fireball in here. That was good. And I really need to get more potions. And again, I'm not talking. Oh, that potion. Oh, I was just about to say it's only the mage yet, but of course it isn't. Okay, Fenris, if you please. And Meryl. All of you, please take that one while I throw more fireballs into this situation. 2 down with 1 go. And 3 more. And now it's really just in Manchester. There we go.
Where is he?
Please, don't kill me.
Tell me!
I don't know. I don't know, I swear. Hadriana brought us. She's at the holding caves north of the city. I can show you the way.
No need. I know which ones you speak of.
Then let me go. I beg you. I swear
You chose
I won't...
the wrong master. Hadriana. I was a fool to think I was free. They'll never let me be.
This is someone you know?
My old master's apprentice. I remember her well. A sniveling social climber that would sell her own children if she thought it would please Daenerys. If she's here, it's at his bidding. He knew he wouldn't let this go.
They need to be stopped before this goes any further.
The holding caves held slaves in the old times, but apparently they are no longer abandoned. We must go quickly, before Hadriana has a chance to prepare, or flee.
Remind me never to get on our bad side. Seems to be unhealthy.
Slaver rope. Nothing on the Manchester, really. Nothing there. Alright, let's do this. Where are they? Here. Halfway up Thunder Mount. I see a flower. I see slavers. And I see that I can summon my Mabari. Good thing they're not fireproof. That was very effective. They might even be weak against fire, from the looks of it. Let me see. This is really effective. I mean, I also take some damage, but overall... And more level ups. You. And what else can we give you? Can't push this yet. Need Mind Blast first for that. Or can I do something here? Petrify. Her. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Alright. Anything on the lower path? Hello? No. Because there's an ankle-high obstacle. Some chests, that's not even locked. More rope. After we got that slaver rope, we now get freight rope. Yeah. Oh, no, it's mercenaries. Together with slavers. Interesting. And who's left? Oh, a mage. Can you shoot from up here? Oh, wait. There's more. There's always more. Now we're taking a lot of damage, actually. So, now it's the mage. So, where... Really? You teleport just to where I've just been? Any loot on you? Well, not much. Apparently that slaver business isn't very lucrative. Still. Which might be why they're so desperate to get Fenris. Might be a big price on him. Eric? And only fitting that you should level up during this particular quest. Still one level short, aren't we? Yes. So, what else are we taking? Yeah. And now, into yet another completely unique cavern. Right? Right.
We must be careful. There were many such holdings once, especially in the mountains where individual slavers kept private pens. They were designed to protect against raids by fellow slavers. No doubt it's why Hadriana chose this place.
Do slavers attack each other often?
They did. What better way to find slaves than to steal them? The holdings outside of Tevinter have mostly been abandoned, but they still exist.
A few protections won't stop us.
Let's hope this isn't a waste of time.
Oh. Yeah, sure, it's against slavery. Slavery is legal, so let's bring a cop. And let's still bring Varric. Because he's better at lockpicking than our choir boy.
They're still here. Good.
So. More damage resistance? Sure, let's get toward that. More passives on you. Anyone around the corner? No? Oh, there might be traps in this place. Maybe I should... yeah. I'm sure it's fine.
See for yourself. The legacy of the Magisters.
Is this allowed in Tevinter?
In a society where mages rule, they find many ways to justify their need for power.
Let me see. Let's change that so you always do this. That way, both my warrior companions here are strong against demons and such. Okay, this looks... no, I don't know which path is the shortest to the destination. Okay, this might be side 2. Alright, that so screams that there are traps. Varric? No? No traps. Which means everyone move forward. And me, I'll throw in hot one. Or... maybe I shouldn't have.
Face me!
Varric, where are you going? I want to throw fireballs here. Okay, now they're just... let's freeze them. Oh, and now it's undead. At least they're low tier, low rank. Yeah, this we can handle. No problem. Nope, there's the trap. I don't want to run into that, even though they are shooting arrows at us. I'll go back. I'll wait for mana. So either they're following us.
Baker's breath, Hawk. You do get results, don't you?
I sure do. I sure do. Ah, there we go. And now we can take them. If they're even still there. They are still there. But now I can throw fireballs at them. One more? Yeah, come on, one more. Alright, I don't know. If it's really just these two, I could easily carve my way through them. But I fear if I go around the corner that more will be triggered, which is why I'm doing this the careful way. And I just don't want to spend so many health potions on such unimportant enemies. And if there really is more, then of course I want to have it for a harder fight. Just a chain of fireballs.
I can't keep this up.
And then not doing a whole lot of damage anyway. But I also don't want them triggering those traps, so this is really the safe and sound way. Yeah, I can wait. I can wait. I can tank this, no problem. It's boring, but hey, it's safe. Maybe this one? I've got one. By the way, why aren't you even shooting? You could have just... Yeah, that was weird. So, where can you... No, apparently we cannot. Barrick? Fenris? Aveline? And me. Hey, no one stepped on those traps. Now we know. Anyone home? Maybe it's more slavers. If it's not undead. And more of these traps.
You go through me before.
Of course there's more. Aveline, what are you doing? Oh. Interesting. Wait. Get to control, please. And where did that mage go? Onto the trap. But you can shoot across that, please. Maybe this will help to keep you in place for just a little bit longer. We're getting there. I mean, I could have switched to a staff and such. Really? Alright, that's about this path. So I assume it's back there and then there? I don't know. And maybe it's more slavers. Three down. Oh, of course there's more. And Varric, if you please would try this. This. Okay, never mind.
Are you hurt? Did they touch you?
They've been killing everyone. They cut Papa, bled him.
Why? Why would they do this?
The Magister. She said she needed power, that someone was coming to kill her. We tried to be good. We did everything we were told. She loved Papa's soup. I don't understand.
You're just a slave to them. Property to be used.
Everything was fine until today.
It wasn't. You just didn't know any better.
Are you my master now?
No.
But I can cook. I can clean. What else will I do?
If you go to Kirkwall, I can help you.
Yes? Oh, praise the Maker. Thank you.
I didn't realize you were in the market for a slave.
I gave her a job, Fenris.
Ah, then that's good. My apologies. Let's find Hadriana and be done with this place.
Any loot? There's a chest. Spirit of 460 Black. What happened in 460 Black? I think I have to look that up. Was there a blight? I think there was a blight in the 3rd and the 5th age. Well, and the 1st. And the very first blight was before the age system of Olay and the Chantry. No. Let's go back. Up the stairs. Into the next room. And try it in here. I fear there would be more. This way, if there will be more, they will spawn not while we're in the middle of this one. Let's see. Otherwise, that would have been, well, maybe not overwhelming, but still more annoying. Oh, and there's a mage. But it's not Hadriana. Slaver rope. Slaver rope. Somehow I doubt that this will be very expensive. Oh, and forgot a chest actually. Tavita Chantry Amulet. Alright, let's get this mage. Where are you? Increased attack for Fenris, that's nice. Where are you? There you are. You, what can you really do? You can do a shield bash, you can do pinning shot, you can do mighty blow, and I can do Winter's Grasp.
Deal with this!
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to. Close the door.
That's enough!
So, let me get that chest.
I suppose I could give that a shot.
Oh, that's actually nice. So, that was where it was blocked from the other way as well. So, yeah, it was really this way east, north, west, north, east. And now for our north part. No more slavers? Well, you know what that means. That next room will be packed. Well, not exactly this little one, but here.
You've made a terrible mistake here, slave.
On your...
So, can I get this already? Yes. Come on. Usually I'm the one playing for time, but now it's you. Unless there's more slavers coming. Alright. You can't do anything. You can do a shield bash. You can't do pinning shot, unfortunately. But rhyming triplet then. Winter's Grasp from me, and yeah. Oh, and there are more slavers, of course. Alright, we might be too close here. So, I try Winter's Grasp. Maybe you can do this? Okay, please a pinning shot. You can't do sheet flash hit, and I am stunned or something. Sheet flash from me. Oh, now it's getting a little bit full. Let's drag them out. And it's my friends the Shades again. Oh, where's my dog? I'm still finding Hadriana. Or are you stuck somewhere back? Alright. Back to business.
Shall we end?
At least it's low tier, so they take all significant damage from each fireball. Oh, and my dog was killed. Which I only noticed now. Right. Was that it? Is it now really just you? Well, one corpse. Alright. Winter's Grasp? Where are you? Okay, you first have to move. And Evelyn and Fenris already have something being done. Okay. Okay, freeze. You. Try a pinning shot, please. Yeah. Where was I? Wait. Wait. Where was I running in the wrong direction? Oh, never mind. Can I freeze you without freezing my friends? Not sure. Nope, they don't take damage.
Stop! You do not want me dead!
There is only one person I want dead more.
I have information, Elf, and I will trade it in return for my life.
Ha! The location of Denarius. What good will that do me? I'd rather he lose his pet pupil.
You have a sister. She is alive. You wish to reclaim your life? Let me go, and I will tell you where she is.
This is your call.
So I have your word. I tell you, and you let me go.
Yes, you have my word.
Her name is Verania. She is in Carinus, serving a magister by the name of Harimanns.
A servant, not a slave.
She's not a slave.
I believe you. We are done here.
You did what you had to.
Oh, you think that was a good idea? This could be a trap. Denarius could have sent Hadriana here to tell me about this sister. Even if he didn't, trying to find her would still be suicide. Denarius has to know about her and has to know that Hadriana knows. But all that matters is I finally got to crush this bitch's heart. May she rot, and all the other mages with her.
This doesn't mean we shouldn't look for your sister.
What else should it mean? Even if I found my sister, who knows what the Magisters have done to her? What has magic touched that it doesn't spoil? I need to go.
Alright. No more loot. Just checking the hallway just to... No. There's nothing. So... yeah, maybe get back to the Hanged Man. Get someone else into the party. Check Lowtown for a moment. Yeah, let's get Meryl. As for all of you, this is just a stunt performance we're doing here with some magic powders and such. This is... oh, what do we even care? So, let's check out Lowtown. I want to double check those markets. Get rid of some junk. And then it's back to the estate.
My favorite spot in the whole city. The taverns in Hightown are all owned by the merchants.
Alright. So, oh, wait. No, that's actually not too bad. Yeah.
Guild.
Let me check that. It's more armor. It's an attack bonus and fire damage bonus, which, as we know, is quite significant. Although more mana stamina regeneration. I'll try it. Also, the attack is good every time I'm not using a staff, especially, but also when using a staff. Oh, yes. Oh. Spirit. Oh. Alright. More magic. It's already good. Alright. Anyway, next shop. There's none. What do we have here? Oh, no, I don't need that. Oh, and Vincenzo is gone. But Lyrene is not here. In fact, the entry door to Lyrene's shop is completely vanished. And instead it's here.
Feel free to browse my wares. The profits help Ferelden
And your wares
refugees
moved.
here and at
What do you have? It might interest me. Armor struts for Anders, yes. Anything else? Ah, yes. Winter's Breath. Which isn't even attractive anymore. No? No. Great, with some nameless gloves. Yeah, that's not better. That's more tech, but no, it's not better. And this is more armor for a change. Mana and stamina regeneration rate bonus. That's nice. 9% damage resistance. Is that better than 24 health? I don't know. I really don't know. Probably it's better. Ooh. Alright. Oh, and I need to use this. No, I don't. I don't. Oh, wait. Oh no, there's a level up. I'll wait with that. For when we really need it. Alright, then there's one more shop to check. After this one. I really want more of these potions. And now I can afford them. And I never used the Elixir of Purity. So.
The Canary must like it here, to stay so long.
From what I've seen, the Canary don't like anything.
That can't be true. They must like some things. Sunshine, butterflies, rainbows.
If I spot a Canary admiring butterflies, Merrill, you'll be the first person I tell.
Let's check the Black Emporium. And then it's to the estate.
Look around.
I do. What do you have? Golden Star. Maker's Sigh. I mistook Maker's Breath for Maker's Sigh. Yeah. Let's get it already. What else? Yeah. I mean, yes, there are some good weapons, no doubt. There's good armor. But I think I'll...
things to admire.
Some codex entries.
Matter of crafting lore gathered from through data. Price is negotiable.
And let's get that. One more point in magic. Alright, now Hightown to get to the estate.
A Dalish elf here?
You're incredibly talented, Meryl. I can see you were meant for great things.
Thank you.
But you're stupid.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't you think it would be better to work on where you are now, instead of recreating old glory?
No, that's kind of the opposite of what I've been saying. I'm the stupid one. Whatever.
You've settled in nicely.
It's been hard work to get here.
Indeed. Still, more coin never hurts, right? Say, if someone wanted to pass some work your way...
I'm listening, Aveline. What's the trouble?
A thorn in my side, inventing trouble and scaring people. Remember Emmerich, the Templar? He wants your help, and some sort of official sanction.
Official sanction?
For his investigation. He's convinced that every random murder in the past few years is connected, and he won't be quiet.
You don't think it's worth investigating?
I have. He even convinced one of my lieutenants to raid the Dupuis mansion. Nothing there. You wouldn't believe how much ass I had to kiss after that. Bloody hobbyist constable. Why can't he spend his declining years building a boat or something?
I seem to recall he had some good leads.
Then you won't mind chasing his threads. If it leads somewhere, I'll pick it up. Right now, he's just distracting my men. He's in the gallows. Do what you can. Thanks, Hawk. I'll try not to make a habit of this.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Oh yes, plenty more to do in and around Kirkwall. Also, let's... wait. Let's take all these bows and compare them later to what Sebastian has. I can't wear this yet, can't wear this yet, can't wear this yet, but this is almost there. Yeah, let's pick this in. I'm almost level 15. And this is for Sebastian, and this one. So next time we meet him, we can check out his equipment.
Greetings, Master. Your home was difficult to find. I've never been out on my own before, but I found it. Many people know of you. I hope I've made myself useful. I've already begun cleaning, and I can cook. Not as good as Papa, but a little. Is there anything else you'd like me to do?
If you're staying here, Arana, it will be as my servant.
You mean I won't be a slave anymore?
You'll be paid like anyone else.
A slave is all I've ever been, like Papa and Grandpapa before me. I'll try to be a good servant. Thank you, Master. You're too good to me.
If you need any enchantments, I'm sure my boy would be happy to help.
Enchantments!
Just
I
so.
can make it for you.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, maybe something for Anders. And... oh, that one. No, I don't need that.
You like the shiny?
It's strange living here again. My childhood home. Now owned by my child. It's not something I could have imagined when I was a little girl staring out this window. I'm still grateful you used your money from the expedition to buy back the estate. I feel like an Amel again.
I'm going to make the name Hawke one to be proud of in this city.
I don't doubt it. Your father would have said that, with that exact look too. I just wish we could all be together as a family one more time. But I can't spend the rest of my life mourning Bethany and Carver. They're gone, and I can't bring them back. I guess I just need to start finding you a suitable wife.
Alright, what else?
Fenris said Denarius left this at the mansion. I came in and watered your plants. Your friend Merrill. Well, that was nice of her.
So there was something?
Hard in Hightower. Siege harder. What does that even mean? Varric must be stopped.
Alright, let's check the upstairs while we're here.
That's Mother's room. I shouldn't intrude.
Yeah.
Poor Prince. I told him to stay off the bed.
Oh. Is that something else? No, it's the same.
There's an elven woman here, Monsieur. She claims she was sent here by you. I didn't know what to tell her.
I already spoke with her in front of you, Bodan. And now about you, Fenris.
I've been thinking about what happened with Hadriana. I took out my anger on you, undeservedly so. I was not myself. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
You are generous. When I was still a slave, Hadriana was a torment. She would ridicule me, deny my meals, hound my sleep. Because of her status, I was powerless to respond, and she knew it. The thought of her slipping out of my grasp now. I couldn't let her go. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
I'm glad you killed her then.
I should be happy now that Hadriana is dead. Instead, I feel nothing but disquiet. This hate. I thought I'd gotten away from it, but it dogs me no matter where I go. To feel it again, to know it was they who planted it inside me. It was too much to bear. But I didn't come here to burden you further.
We're friends, Fenris.
I'm not certain I know what that is.
Alright.